Welcome to the July 18th, 2023 Plan Commission meeting. A few housekeeping items before we start. Please turn off or silence your personal communication devices. The applicant and members of the public may speak for any item on the Plan Commission agenda unless an exception is made by a member of the Plan Commission. The following rules will apply. The applicant will be given up to 10 minutes to speak on behalf of their item. Thereafter, members of the public will be given up to 5 minutes to address the specific item before the commission. Members of the public may only speak once per agenda item. After the members of the public speak, Plan Commission members may ask the applicant to come up to answer more questions before making a motion. We do have a quorum, so let's take roll call.
Councilmember Esslinger, Ms. Prop, Ms. Shireman, Mr. Lowenstein, Mr. Nichols, Mr. Bowen, Mr. Colavalli,
Here.
Ms. Davy,
Here.
Vice Chair Kiefer,
Here.
Chairman Perry. 5 present.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the June 20th, 2023 minutes?
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, just so that everyone knows, item number 3 on the agenda has been removed by the Planning Division Office. So just if you're here for item number 3, it has been removed. So just want to let you know. So going on to item number 1, accept sidewalk easement at the northwesterly corner of John Avenue and McKinley Street. Star Properties of Oshkosh LLC is the owner, and the City of Oshkosh is the applicant. So, yep, has there been any site inspections for that item? Margie? Okay, the chair accepts the staff report as part of the record, and staff to present.
Thank you. The city's requesting the acceptance of a sidewalk easement at the northwest corner of John Avenue and McKinley Street. McKinley Street is currently under reconstruction this summer, and the easement is required for installation of an ADA compliant wheelchair ramp. The size of the easement will be triangular, going 5 feet along both McKinley Street and John Avenue, approximately 12.5 square feet in size. It's a close-up view of where the easement will be. And the city's attorney's office has drafted the necessary easement documents, and the property owner has signed them and will be recorded at the Winnebago County Register of Deeds upon council approval. So with that, staff is recommending approval of the sidewalk easement as requested.
Okay, any technical questions from the Plan Commission? Seeing none, then, is there anybody from the public that wishes to speak on this item? Anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none, we'll close the public comment period, and any closing statements from the city, from the applicant? Okay, then we're looking for a motion for this item.
Move to adopt finding and recommendation as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Any discussion, Plan Commission? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Esslinger,
Aye.
Mr. Nichols,
Aye.
Mr. Bowen,
Aye.
Mr. Colavalli,
Aye.
Ms. Davy,
Aye.
Vice Chair Kiefer.
Aye.
Motion carried 6-0.
Okay, item number 2, approval of Congressfield Neighborhood Plan. Community Development Office is the owner and applicant.
Thank you, Chairman. So this staff is requesting approval of the Congressfield Neighborhood Plan. Congressfield is one of our recognized neighborhoods. Here's a quick map of those boundaries. Basically, it's Congress Avenue to the north. The east side would be the backyards of the neighbors on Jackson Street, and then you have New York Avenue to the south and Elmwood on the west. So the plan was prepared for the Congressfield Neighborhood Association with the intent to support their efforts in addressing neighborhood challenges and promoting reinvestment. The plan chapters offer a brief history followed by a snapshot of current conditions, including both assets and concerns identified throughout the planning process. It then identifies 4 priority areas such as image, market, physical condition, and neighborhood management. Prior to Common Council's consideration, this plan is reviewed by Plan Commission for consistency with the city's 2040 comprehensive plan, official maps, and other planned activities for the city. Staff reviewed all of those proposed goals and objectives and believe they do not conflict with the city's comprehensive plan, official maps, or other planning objectives for the city. And so with that, staff recommend approval of the Congress Field Neighborhood Plan.
Sorry, I'm new at this. Can we backtrack? Has there been any site inspections for the Plan Commission? And I did accept the report as part of the record. Now, any technical questions for staff? Seeing none, is there anyone from the public that wishes to comment on this item? Please approach the podium and state your name and address for the record.
Kevin McGee, 1244 Wisconsin Street. I and Alex are both on the board of the Congress Field neighborhood, and I guess if you have any questions, we can field them, but we feel this is a good plan.
Any other additional public comments? Okay, we'll close public comment period. Any closing statements from the city? I don't think so. And commission action then.
Move to accept the findings and recommendations as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Hey, any discussion from the commission? Seeing none then, call for a roll call vote.
Councilmember Esslinger?
Aye.
Mr. Nichols? Aye. Mr. Bowen?
Aye.
Mr. Colabali?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Vice Chair Kiefer?
Aye.
Motion carried 6-0.
Okay, item 3 has been removed, so we'll move on to item 4, land disposition of vacant property at 500 block of West South Park Avenue between Ohio Street and Michigan Street. City of Oshkosh is the owner. Runal, I believe, and Maria Lopez are the applicants. Any site inspections? Chair accepts the report as part of the record, and staff, go ahead and present.
Thank you. So a land disposition of the vacant property at the 500 block of West South Park Avenue between Ohio Street and Michigan Street. The subject property consists of a single lot that is zoned institutional. The surrounding areas consist of commercial uses to the north and the southwest, residential uses to the west and the south, along with institutional uses to the east. The applicant is requesting to purchase the subject property to combine this lot with their lot at 525 West South Park Avenue. Staff does not have any concerns with this as the parcel is no longer needed by the city. The land disposition will provide more green space to the applicant's irregularly shaped lot. Staff recommends approval as proposed.
Okay, any technical questions for staff? Seeing none then, anybody from the public wish to comment on this item? Okay, seeing none, oh, sorry.
Just come on up.
My name is Ronel Lopez. I'm here with my wife Maria, and we're the ones that own 525 West South Park. And basically, we just wanted to purchase it just to expand our yard and maybe put a little security fence or, secure the fence more like than anything else. Because there is a public shop in the back, and there is a lot of traffic going through. And that was one of the reasons why we wanted to acquire that property. It's been a couple areas behind that lot has been vandalized a couple of times, so I'm considering to putting a fence or something to avoid through traffic, I guess. So,
Thank you. Any additional public comment on this item? Okay, seeing none, we'll close public comment period. And I don't think we need a closing statement from the applicant. There's no follow-up, so we just need commission action then.
Move to adopt finding and recommendation as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Okay, any discussion from the commission? Seeing none.
there's
Oh, I'm
one.
sorry.
And I think I'm actually late on this one. I should have asked it earlier. In the report, it says that this land is no longer being used by the city. What was it used by the city for?
It was old right away that we got. I believe it was a railroad corridor right away that got given to the city.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just, sure. Thank you.
Any other comments? Seeing none, we'll call for a roll call.
Councilmember Esslinger.
Aye.
Mr. Nichols. Aye. Mr. Bowen.
Aye.
Mr. Colabali.
Aye.
Ms. Davies.
Aye.
Mr. Kiefer.
Aye.
Motion carried 6-0.
Okay, move on to item number 5. Public hearing, additional use permit request for an outdoor display at 3020 Jackson Street. Dowling Investments, Jackson LLC owner, and Joe's Power Center Incorporated applicant. Any site inspections? See one. Okay, the chair accepts the staff report as part of the record, and staff, please present.
Thank you. So the applicant is requesting a conditional use permit for an outdoor display land use at the property located at 3020 Jackson Street. The outdoor display land uses are only permitted conditionally in the SMU zoning district, so that's why we're here today. The subject site consists of a 3.36 acre parcel with frontage on Jackson Street, just south of Furnow Avenue. The site is currently vacant. It was previously used as a used car dealership. The 2040 comprehensive plan recommends mixed use for the site. The site is surrounded predominantly by commercial uses, some of which are in the town of Oshkosh. Here's another image of the site. So the applicant is proposing to utilize the existing building and site to sell lawn and garden equipment and parts. The applicant states that they will display handheld and walk-behind equipment in the existing building and display most of the ride-on equipment in the proposed outdoor display area, which can be seen here. The existing site has one access drive off Jackson Street that accommodates two-way traffic for in and out of the property. The applicant is proposing to stripe a total of 18 stalls, which is over the minimum requirement for outdoor display and indoor sales. Submitted plans show the western portion of the parking lot. Does this have the, here we go. So the western portion of the parking lot for outdoor display, and then another small area here to the north, and then these 6 spots for parking and these 12 spots for parking. And it should be noted that there's more pavement available if parking becomes a greater need. Any new signage or new lighting will have to be addressed through a separate permit application. And the applicant was not required to submit any landscaping plans because it's not required with the CUP, but it should be noted that the applicant does intend on sprucing up the landscaping there. So with that, staff recommends approval of the proposed conditional use permit for outdoor display at 3020 Jackson Street as proposed with the findings listed above.
Okay, thank you. Any technical questions for staff? Okay, seeing none, open the public comment period and ask for a statement from the applicant.
Hi, my name is Adam Gintham. This is Joseph Snyder. We're here on behalf of Joe's Power Center, and basically we're looking for this approval. It's kind of necessary to operate our business as zero turns in some of these bigger mowers. We need a massive building to display those inside, so we're here for any questions that you guys might have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any statements from the public on this item? Seeing any? So we'll close the public comment period and ask for, we don't need another statement from the applicant, thank you. So we go to commission action on the item.
I move to adopt finding and recommendation as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Okay, commission, any discussion on the motion?
So essentially 2 of the parking lots are going to be converted into the display area, and that they still meet the parking lot requirement.
Yep, they still exceed the parking minimum necessary, and as Brandon mentioned, they still have quite a bit of pavement if they would need to restripe to add more in the future.
Yeah, this is just all one parking lot. This entire parcel here is you know, it is just one parcel with one parking lot. There is no combination of two parking lots.
Okay, any other comments? Okay, then we'll call for roll call vote.
Councilmember Esslinger?
Aye.
Mr. Nichols? Aye. Mr. Bowen?
Aye.
Mr. Colavali?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Vice Chair Caper?
Aye.
Motion carried 6-0.
Okay, item number 6, architectural building plan review for proposed police department evidence storage building. City of Oshkosh is the owner, and CUNY, I believe, Architects LLC is the applicant. Any site inspections? Okay, the chair accepts the report as part of the record, and staff.
Thank you. So the subject site is located on the north side of West 3rd Avenue, west of Ohio Street. It is on a city-owned lot containing a city garage, waste and street facilities. Surrounding area is primarily institutional and storage land uses as well as commercial uses to the east. Here's the aerial of the subject site. The Oshkosh Police Department has submitted plans for demolition of 2 existing buildings for construction of a new evidence storage building. So here's the site plan showing the new evidence storage building fronting West 3rd Avenue. Architectural review is required per state statute for new public buildings. The building is planned to be 60 feet wide by 120 feet deep and 28 feet tall. The side and rear facades of the building will be composed of architectural metal panel and insulated gray glass with overhead doors in the north and east elevations. The front south-facing facade is architectural block, face brick, and insulated gray glass. The applicant has selected the proposed materials to match the adjacent Public Works building to the north. Here's a view of that Public Works building from Witzel. So again, the materials kind of blend in or match up with those. So staff is supportive of the design of the building as it will be provide a consistent appearance with the neighboring city buildings, and it will be compatible with the surrounding area. So with that, staff recommends approval of the architectural design.
Yeah, and just one other follow-up comment. It actually sits on the same city lot as the Public Works building, which is partly why staff felt it was appropriate to match consistency, because it actually resides on the same lot as the rest of the city facilities out there.
Okay, any technical questions for staff? See none, okay, we'll open public comment, and we don't have, the applicant is the city, so, or actually CUNY Architects, but would you like to make a comment?
Yes, I'm just John Schmidbauer from CUNY Architects, 10505 Corporate Drive in Pleasant Prairie. Just here to answer any questions that you have, if you may have any.
Is there anyone else from the public that wishes to speak on this item? Not seeing any, okay. So we'll close the public comment period, and we'll look for a motion to accept or adopt.
Move to accept the findings and recommendations as stated in the staff report.
Second?
Okay, any discussion from the commission? Seeing none, we'll ask for a roll call vote.
Councilmember Esslinger?
Aye.
Mr. Nichols? Mr. Bowen?
Aye.
Mr. Colavali?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Vice Chair Caper?
Aye.
Motion carried 6-0.
Okay, move on to item 7, specific implementation plan amendment for building addition at 2351 Riff Road. The Community Church Incorporated, Community Church Oshkosh is the owner, and Patrick Skolecki, I believe, Graff is the applicant. Any site inspections? Okay, chair accepts the staff report as part of the record, and go ahead.
Thank you. The subject site is located on the south side of Riff Road, west of Lake Beatamore Drive. It is zoned institutional district with a plan development overlay. It contains Oshkosh Community Church. Surrounding area consists of open space, an industrial use to the east, and residential uses to the south. Here's a view of the subject site. The applicant is proposing an addition on the north side of the building. A neighborhood meeting was held in June of this year, with the neighbors in attendance being generally supportive of the proposed addition. Here's a plan showing the footprint of the addition. So again, it will be on the north side of the building, kind of wrapping around to the west side of the building. The plan does meet setbacks, parking requirements, and impervious surface maximum for the institutional district. So here's kind of a closer view of that site plan, as well as landscaping for the building addition. Building foundation plantings are required, which they are meeting the point requirement for. Also, yard landscaping is required. They're showing that they're meeting the points. However, they have provided perennial plantings to meet some of those points. So they'll need to swap those out as they've miscalculated the perennials. So they can swap those out with trees or shrubs to meet that yard landscaping requirement. Here are the building elevations. So the existing building exterior consists mostly of painted CMU and corrugated metal panel. The addition will be constructed of a combination of insulated metal panels, glazing, and face brick. Staff is supportive of the proposed design as it is compatible with the existing materials and will also include a significant proportion of Class 1 materials. With that, staff recommends approval of the SIP amendment with the findings and conditions in your staff report.
Okay. Technical questions for staff? Seeing none, okay, we'll open public comment period and request a statement from the applicant.
Carl Kramer, pastor at Community Church. And yeah, it's a whole kids wing that we're adding on to the front of our building. So we've had a lot of young families showing up. So it's good problem to have. So any questions?
Thank you. Anybody else in the public wishing to comment? Seeing none, then we'll close public comment period. And I don't think we need a statement from the closing statement from the applicant, so we'll go on to commission adoption.
Move to adopt finding and recommendation as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Okay, commission, any discussion on the motion? Okay, seeing none, we'll ask for a roll call vote.
Councilmember Eslinger?
Aye.
Mr. Nichols? Aye. Mr. Bowen?
Aye.
Mr. Coulibaly?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Vice Chair Keeper?
Aye.
Motion carried 6-0.
Okay, and our last item, item 8, public hearing, zone change from heavy industrial district to business park district with a plan development overlay and approval of a general development plan and specific implementation plan for an indoor institutional use at property located at 2850 Universal Street. Angela Wade, Therapeutic Properties, is the owner and applicant. And do we have any site inspections? Mr. Bowen? Okay. The chair accepts the staff as part of the report as part of the record.
Thank you. So the subject site is located at the northeast corner of Universal Street and State Highway 44. It includes an office and therapy clinic for autistic children. The surrounding area is mostly commercial uses along with industrial uses to the north and the west. Here's a view of the subject site. The applicant is requesting a zone change from the existing heavy industrial zoning district to business park district with a plan development overlay. That's intended to provide consistent zoning with the frontage along 44 as these properties are zoned business park with a plan development overlay. The PD is also intended to provide flexibility to the zoning ordinance to accommodate an indoor institutional use on the subject site, as they have submitted plans for conversion of an existing garage on the site to a classroom. Staff is supportive of the proposed rezone as it will provide consistent zoning with the neighboring properties along 44. Also will provide the opportunity for an additional land use on these sites. So again, the applicant is proposing to convert the existing garage on the north side of the site from a garage to a educational classroom space for TRIO young scholars. This will require a BSM as indoor institutional land uses are not permitted in the business park district. Staff does not have concerns with the proposed use as it will be closely related to the existing therapy clinic in this office building and should not have an adverse impact on the surrounding area. The educational use will result in the need for up to 5 additional staff members. The existing parking lot has 31 stalls, which will still meet the parking requirement of 25 spaces for the existing use plus the classroom. Here are the building elevations for the garage. So the elevations on the existing office building will remain the same, and the existing facades on the garage will remain the same with the exception of the south facade. The applicant plans to remove the existing overhead doors in that facade and replace with glass doors and add additional windows as well as brick and siding. This will result in an increase of Class 1 materials to 57% of that facade from the existing 16%. So staff feels that that will serve to offset the requested BSM for the land use as they're enhancing the appearance of that facade. So with that, staff recommends approval of the rezone, GDP, and SIP with the findings in your staff reports and the condition of a BSM to allow an indoor institutional use.
Okay, any technical questions for staff? Okay, seeing none, we'll open the public comment period and request a statement from the applicant.
Hi there, I'm Angela Wade, owner of Therapeutic Properties, Trio Young Scholars, and Trio Academy that's currently operating in the main building on that site. We're just looking to create a classroom for up to 10 kiddos, 8 to 10 kids with autism to help them learn in a more supported setting than the public school district, and part of the site rezoning is to follow the requirements of DPI so they can participate in the special needs scholarship program.
Any additional public comment on this item? Seeing none, I don't think we need a closing statement from the applicant, so we'll go to commission action then.
I move to adopt any recommendation as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Okay, any discussion from the commission on the motion? Okay, seeing none, we'll call for a roll call vote.
Councilmember Esslinger.
Aye.
Mr. Nichols.
Aye.
Mr. Bowen.
Aye.
Mr. Kulabali.
Aye.
Ms. Davy.
Aye.
Vice Chair Kiefer.
Aye.
Motion carried 6-0.
August.
Yeah, just heads up, it'll be on the next agenda, but at this time, we will be canceling the August 15th Plan Commission meeting. Just the way the filings came in, there was one very small city-related project that was going to be on 8/15, which we're able to move to the 8/1 meeting. So we're going to free up a Tuesday night for you and have no meeting on 8/15.
Fine.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.